All right, guys, welcome back to Chief Kirk for Kravology. This is part 4 of a never-ending series on how we deal with entry and control, and then how we move in control. This is an important skill. Stay with me. We've got another version going for you today. All right, as you can see, I brought James in. Quick review before we get started. We're moving from a position of distance, which is typically around punching range for this drill. Use your own distance. I don't care what you do with that. James is facing me. I'm stopping at angle. He's a threat. I'm immediately coming up and creating a wall. So I'm doing this. I'm striking. And then as I go into control, I want to use the control arm and following my attack in. So I'm not just doing this off this strike. I'm actually striking him. I strike to control, pardon me. Strike to control and then control to strike. So as I get into control, I'll start striking. So while we're doing this, you know, if you've trained in Krav Maga, as I get to this position, or this position, and I'm making a knee, sometimes the person who you're making a knee to comes down. If they're about a tabletop here, right, and there's a couple issues, right? They're at your hips with their head, and they can get to your knees. You're past the point of getting way down here and lifting them with your elbow. So what I want you to do from this position is I want you to take the inside hand, the control hand, the hand that's closest to the head, and it goes to the bone behind the ear. And I turn my stance by just pivoting this way. He'll tell you I can push him away that way. So I'm going to keep him off my knees. The other hand will go on top of that hand and forward slightly at the back of the head so I can push him down as well. We're in control. He's just fallen, so I've gone from this position, right? Come on up. I'll do it sort of boom, here. My hand's on the back of the bone by the ear and on the back of the head. I make an inside knee. If he's still there, I can take the hand that's not controlling the bone, the top hand. I can pull him through. I can put the other hand, the inside hand, the bone behind the ear. I can go on top again. I can make another knee. Okay? So in this drill, while we're moving, if you're throwing combatives out of control and someone bends over so they almost look like a tabletop, their head is around your hips or your belt line, the opportunity to lift them is gone. So by way of example, if I'm in this position and James comes down just a little bit, right, I can bend my knees, get my elbow lower, not on him but low, and lift him back up. That's part of a different protocol we use to keep him where we want him. And that's why we're in control. We're in control because it's easier to finish the fight in control because you have access and proximity. In other words, they can't move away from you. You just keep hitting them, right?
Yep.
Okay, so practice this particular motion, but only do it, please only do it, when the person you're dealing with falls down and they look like a tabletop, head by the belt or the hip line. Why? Don't get in the habit of trying to pull someone's head down because your attackers are different sizes, or different strengths, there's different structure based on the moment that you decide you want to do that. And oftentimes you will fail. And in failing, you lose your initiative. So I want you to take what the attacker gives you. So if the attacker just falls forward slightly, I do this, and I can go back and step across and throw the elbow like I did last week. If the attacker comes way down on the knee, I immediately go to this position, right? So you can see I'm in this position, and I'm just turning. The inside hand goes to the bone. I cover, inside knee. All right. I think that's it for today.
Sounds good.
Are you good?
I'm good.
Are you good? Are all you people back there good? There's like 900 people back there. All right, as always, thank you for watching. Listen, try this in your training. One of the most important skills you can have is getting into control safely, being sufficient at least some level, sufficient or serviceable with control, and knowing how to move from place to place in control so that you can control the fight, you can control the angle, and you control the access to the world around you. Try it. I know you're going to like it. Listen, remember to subscribe to Kravology. Please check out our social media. As always, walk in peace.